Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
This is why, of course, she's on The View and not working for the most powerful man in the world, because Karoline would wipe the floor with you bitter banshees any day.
Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Yes.
He knows how to do this. He's quite good at this. And you know, you can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean...
He rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
But can I mention one thing?
Get ready, because what you're about to witness will leave you in complete shock. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more unforgettable moments like this one. A few days ago, we brought you the intense verbal altercation between Whoopi Goldberg and Karoline Leavitt, the new White House press secretary. However, due to time constraints, we were unable to show you the full details of the encounter and those jaw-dropping reactions.
I too am a working mom and always have been. I've been a professional woman since I graduated from college or law school. But now there's, I think, a good thing, which is like the restoration of valuing so-called traditional moms, and that's great. The women who take care of their kids full time. Most of my best friends are doing exactly that. But it seems like in the right, there's like a bit of a shift toward like, you can't do what Karoline's doing. That's actually like an unsafe or a dangerous or a bad choice for families, for children, which I reject wholesale, but you hear it more and more.
Yeah.
Do you hear that, and what do you think of it?
The woke mob immediately went crazy and tried to mom-shame her because, apparently, if you dare to outsmart the self-proclaimed queen of woke Whoopi Goldberg, her army of minions will swoop in like Twitter trolls on a viral hashtag. With the woke brigade, nothing, I mean nothing, is off limits. Not your arguments, your character, and definitely not your family. So what was their brilliant comeback after Leavitt verbally suplexed Goldberg on national television? Did they question her professionalism, the epitome of hypocrisy, self-awareness absent?
I would reject that it's a bad choice. Is it a tough choice? Absolutely. You know, as a mother, you want to be with your child 24/7. You have that maternal instinct.
27.
Yeah. Not all the time. Well, right now, yes, because he's 7 months and just squishy and lovable, but I'm sure that will change. But you do have that maternal instinct, but also recognizing, like, I'm doing this work for my son and for all children to make this country better, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Let's see what Karoline has to say next. To be honest, she makes some good points, and I don't see why people would initially disparage a hard-working mother.
Yes. It's also it's temporary, right? In 4 years, my son will be 4 years old, and the president will no longer be at the White House, and then I'll move on and do something else. But, this chaos of 24/7 work is a temporary matter, and that's what at least I tell myself to get through these very long and hard days. But I would reject that you can't be a good mom and be good at your job. I think you can do both. It certainly it's not for everybody, and it takes a lot of work and will and faith and prayer, and it's hard, but it can be done. And I would reject that.
And with that, Karoline Leavitt simply drops what ought to be simple sense, slamming the woke outrage like a sledgehammer striking away a fly. Yes, a profession and motherhood may coexist harmoniously without requiring one to give up the other. This is a revolutionary idea. I know one who dares to say, hey, my lifestyle isn't one size fits all, unlike the left's you can have it all, or you've failed feminism. This is where Leavitt truly flips the script. She unapologetically embraces traditional values, acknowledging that balancing work and raising a child is difficult and not every woman is cut out for it. A more mature viewpoint is provided by Mantra Leavitt, who elegantly makes the point that women who choose full-time motherhood should be respected rather than treated with contempt, because ultimately, raising the next generation is just as valuable as moving up the corporate ladder. If you believe that the left could not go any lower, they managed to surprise you with a brand new rock-bottom conspiracy theorists. She exposes the hypocrisy of the left for what it really is through performative empowerment with a series of mum-shaming.
I mean, I gotta ask you, because they said it, are you aware of any plots from Elon Musk to push President Trump down the stairs?
Absolutely not. Let me be unequivocally clear about that. And watching this clip, I couldn't help but think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years. They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality.
Indeed, the self-described defenders of logic, facts, and evidence on the right have officially replaced their science-backed yard signs with tinfoil hats. They have devolved into the kind of low-budget conspiracy theorists you might expect to see yelling on a street corner with a cardboard sign and their most recent astounding theory. The best of The View, the daytime talk show harpies, have somehow convinced themselves they are running a congressional committee from their coffee table because Leavitt had the audacity to destroy their queen bee, and now they want their pound of flesh. Well, who better to target than Leavitt's boss Donald Trump and his friend Elon Musk? Elon Musk, who is busy launching rockets and revolutionizing transportation, has apparently secretly hatched a plot to overthrow Trump by pushing him down the stair when Karoline Leavitt was going to let that drivel go unpunished. She responded with a few choice words that not only refuted the absurdity, but also left the conspiracy fringe frantically trying to come up with their next half story. It's like watching satire create itself. Theory of baked.
A lot of women are preparing themselves for the impact of the incoming administration, which has led to this growing mantra from male right-wing incels. Your body, my choice. Say that to my face.
Whoopi, never one to back down, Easy Goldberg gathered what little courage she had left to take another swing at Karoline Leavitt, though of course it was indirect. Even she knows the kind of verbal obliteration that awaits anyone foolish enough to challenge Leavitt head-on, so instead of confronting Leavitt directly, Goldberg took the coward's finished. Goldberg's daring move appeared more like desperation than defiance, as the internet took notice. Many people who witnessed the heated exchange threw their support behind the White House press secretary. One user wrote, "These women are going to have to hide at some point. I wouldn't feel comfortable walking down the street if I were any of them." Leavitt called out the hypocrisy loud and clear. These are the same people preaching civility and respect, yet here they are turning ABC into a slapstick comedy show. Some even believed that Whoopi's antics were a ploy to garner more views. As one person wrote, "I'm convinced they pay her extra to act foolish." Others pointed out that Goldberg literally spat on the face of Trump supporters, which makes up half of the American population.
You must have really wrestled with how you were going to meet the high bar set by Karine Jean-Pierre. Was that? Sorry. Was that out loud? No, she was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how is your approach different, would you say?
I think it's vastly different. And if you ask people, even in the legacy media, even the Trump haters, they will tell you the approach has been much different. Not just from me, but
They
the
admit that to
entire
you.
White House. Oh, absolutely. They come in my office every day and they'll admit that off the record.
Oh.
Maybe not on the record, but they will say they appreciate the access and the transparency and the preparation that goes into my briefings, and everybody on our team